What is going on, everybody? This is Ferris Biscuit here, and we are back for Season 2. This is going to be the Week 1 recap. We have a lot to get into, but before we do so, I want to go ahead and give a shout out to Zeroshio for supporting our Patreon and helping us achieve our goals. We're really looking to get this league moving, and we're really motivated to do so. We have tons of ideas going on behind the scenes for growth, and every dollar counts towards that Patreon. So if you would like to donate, you can gladly do so and become a patron and get yourself some rewards by visiting us at patreon.com/UnitedHSLeague. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump right into the recap.
Jumping right into the matches this week, as you can clearly tell, we do have a different format. We're going to run through the matches real quick and not go into too much detail because, again, there are quite a few matches to go through. So to start things off, we did have Illyri taking a 3-1 victory over Red Knight to get her first win ever in the UHL. From there, we had Andrew is Living take the win over Storm Rage 3-2. And then we also had Rod Johnson taking down Breezy 3-0, while Jordan fell to Toast the Badger 3-2. On the other side of things, we had, Mike Lowe taking a 3-1 victory over Chris Plummer, and we also had Ridiculous Hat taking on the Newcomer and getting the win 3-1 over Lore Master Eve. From there, Nate Wolf, another newcomer, was able to get his first win ever in a close battle between Spivey and him, winning that one 3-2. And then finally, to wrap up the week, we had Battle of the Veterans with Ziggy taking a 3-1 victory over Versika. Taking a look at the class representation for this week, we can see that Druid led the way with 8 players bringing that class, while Warrior and Shaman, surprisingly, as opposed to last season, came in second, tied at 7 apiece. From there, we had Mage, followed by Warlock and Rogue, and then we had Hunter, and then finally, last, surprisingly, actually, again, as opposed to last season, we had Priest and Paladin bringing up the rear at 3 apiece. Taking a look at the class win rates for this week, we can see that Druid led the way with a 67% win percentage, while Warrior came in a close second at 64% overall. From there, we had Rogue at 57% overall, while Warlock, Shaman, and Paladin all came in after that at 50%. From there, we had Mage struggling at 43%, while Priest also struggled at 33%. And as we can clearly tell, Hunter is just down in the dumps right now to start the season at 17% win rate overall. Taking a look at the United Conference standings for the first time this season, we have Mike Lowe, Ridiculous Hat, and Ziggy Sarah all atop of the conference at 1-0. with 3 games won and 1 game lost. And from there, we have Nate currently sitting at 4th at 1-0 with 3 games won and 2 games lost. As we take a look at the bottom half of the standings for right now for the United Conference, we have Spivey at 0-1, who has 2 games won and 3 games lost. And then finally, we have a 3-way tie for that 6th spot between Lore Master Eve, Versika Gaming, and Chris Plummer, who are all currently 0-1 with 1 game won and 3 games lost. Jumping over to the other side of things for the Community Conference, at the end of Week 1, we have Rod Johnson sitting atop of the conference at 1-0 with 3 games won and no games lost. From there, we have a tie for second between Illyri and Andrew is Living, who are both currently 1-0 with 3 games won, 1 game lost. And then from there, we have Toasted Badger, who is currently 1-0 with 3 games won and 2 games lost. And as we jump to the bottom half of the standings, we can see that Jordan Lingo is currently 5th at 0-1 overall with 2 games won, 3 games lost. And then we also have a tie between Red Knight and Storm Rage for that 6th spot, both at 0-1 with 1 game won and 3 games lost. And finally, bringing up the rear, we have Breezy, who is currently 0-1 with no games won, 3 games lost. But again, it's very early, and he'll look to rebound going into Week 2. Taking a look at the matches for Week 2, we have Illyri taking on Jordan Lingo. We also have Andrew is Living taking on Red Knight. And we also have Chris Plummer taking on Spiver in the 2nd ever Dust Bowl. This is going to be our match of the week, and I cannot wait to see this one. From there, we have Breezy taking on Toast the Badger. And as we go on to the other half of the matches for the week, we do have Lore Master Eve taking on Versika Gaming. We have Mike Lowe taking on Ridiculous Hat. Nate Wolf is going to be taking on Ziggy Sarah. And finally, we have Rod Johnson taking on Storm Rage.
As you can clearly tell, there was a ton of action going on this week. We have a credible lineup for next week, including the 2nd ever Dust Bowl between Chris and Spivey. Really looking forward to that, as well as the other matches that we do have going on for the week. Really excited to see how those matches turn out, and really looking forward to this upcoming week. So before we close out here, I want to go ahead and announce the winner of the weekly pick'em. It is going to be Stray Dog HS, repeating winner from Season 1. So congratulations to you. I have reached out to you in regards to getting you your packs. So if you could please just let me know what kind of packs you would like, I can gladly get them over to you. And if you have any questions, you can always visit our site at UnitedHearthstoneLeague.com. We just did a revamp of the site. It's looking very pretty thanks to Ridiculous Hat. He put in a lot of work getting all the statistics looking as pretty as they are. And we do have some more contributors as far as getting some more content out there for everybody. So you can look forward to that on the site as well. If you have any questions, you can feel free to reach us at Twitter at UnitedHSLeague. We're also on Instagram at the same name. You can find us on YouTube at United Hearthstone League as well. And if you have any questions, you can email us directly at UnitedHearthstoneLeague.com, or excuse me, UnitedHearthstoneLeague at gmail.com as well. And if you're more into just listening to us instead of seeing my pretty face or reading about the weekly recap, you can always do so by checking out our brand new podcast at the UHL Rundown. You can find it on iTunes as well as Podbean. So without further ado, that's going to wrap us up for this week. Thank you very much for your time, and we'll see you next time.